Hey, what's up YouTube? Brian Fagioli here, and today I have in front of me the latest mini PC from Minisforum. Now this is the Minisforum Deskmini, and this is the model number U850. So it's the latest and greatest from Minisforum. This particular model, let's see the specs here, has an Intel Core i5 10210U processor. That is a 4-core, 8-thread. It should have 16 gigs, I believe, of DDR4, as well as a either a 256 gig or 512 gig PCI Express SSD. I'm not sure which is in this. Has some really nice specs. I believe it has two Ethernet ports in the back, one of which is actually 2.5G. It has HDMI, DisplayPort, USB-C, just a really cool little computer. So let's take a look at the box. It's shrink wrapped in plastic. We see that it will come with a VESA mount, the computer itself. Looks like two cables. I don't know if it comes with a DisplayPort and HDMI, we'll have to see, and a power adapter. Besides that, there's nothing really on the box. We see here it says CP008. I'm not sure what that means. But let's go ahead and open her up. All right. Let's cut the plastic with my knife and put that away. And what's cool about this one is I think you don't even need a tool to get access to the inside. I think the lid kind of pops up for access, which is cool. So we'll put the plastic on the ground and we'll open up the box. Okay. Inside the box we have a piece of it's like foam board, probably just for shipping purposes. We'll put that to the side. We have a manual of some sort. We have the computer here, which I'm just going to put to the side for a moment so we can look at what else comes inside the box. It is very cold. It just got delivered and it is cold outside. And how do you get into this now? Let's see if maybe I can just do this. Let's rip this thing out. Okay. And inside, let's just dump it out. We have the VESA mount as well as some screws. This is if you want to hook it up connect it on the back of a monitor. You can kind of make a like a faux all-in-one PC by kind of hiding this little computer behind the monitor. We have an HDMI to HDMI cable, HDMI to HDMI, and we have a power brick. This is interesting. Powertron Electronics Corp. It's like a wall power brick, but it has a USB-C connector at the end. There is no other cable in the box from what I can see, which is interesting because, oh no, there is one. It's actually stuck in the box. I can just tear this open as well. Say this is DisplayPort to DisplayPort. I prefer DisplayPort. That's what I would use connecting it to a monitor, but it's nice having both options on there, especially if you want to hook up two monitors. So here is the little PC itself. Again, let me just get the model number here. And we did write about this at Beta News recently. This one is the U850. And there's also a U820, which is the same PC with a little bit different specs. It has a different processor. So the U820 has a Core i5 8295U, so it's an 8th generation Core i5. This has a 10th generation 10210, so 10210U processor. Both are quad cores or 8 threads, but it looks like the 10th gen turbos up to 4.2, whereas the 8th gen turbos up to 3.8. All right, so I don't know about specs because you can get either a 256 or 512 gig SSD. I don't know which this has, but they should all have, by default, 16 gigs of RAM, which is nice because it means it's two 8 gig chips that will give you dual channel memory. I've recently got another Minisforum PC that had an 8 gig chip in it, just one single DIMM was filled, so you didn't get the dual channel benefits. So let's pull this plastic off. It is really small, wow. All right, so let's just take a look at the front. So here we have a little microphone hole. We have a USB Type-C port, nice. USB Type-A, USB Type-A. We have 3.5 millimeter audio, as well as the power button. On the left, we just have venting. On the right, we have venting. Actually, no. So we just have venting on this side. This side, there's no venting on this side. And actually the lid was coming up a little bit, so you can kind of see that flat and flush now. On the rear, we have two USB Type-A ports, HDMI, as well as DisplayPort. Then you can see here, this is gigabit LAN, but then this is 2.5G. So you actually have multi-gig LAN here, which is really, really cool. As well as the power port USB Type-C. So this USB Type-C here is only for power, and I would probably recommend sticking with the power adapter they included. Other USB-C power adapters probably will work, but for safety purposes, it's probably good just to stick with what they include. All right, so let's take a look at the bottom. The bottom also has venting, and there is a fan here. So this is not a fanless PC. This has a fan, and we can see on the bottom, it does say model U850. On the top, we see the Minisforum logo, and there is a little sticker here that's saying open the top cover by pressing it with your hands. So I'm going to try to get that sticker off. You can see those little things there. We don't need that sticker permanently there, telling us how to open the lid. It's nice to have for the first time use. Ooh. That is a satisfying pull. Oh yeah, okay. And then we can take off this lid. So those two, you press in and this comes off. So it basically just pushes in and snaps in here. On the inside now we can see what? We can see there is, now this is interesting too, there's a slot for two 2.5 inch drives. So you could put two 2.5 inch hard disk drives or SSDs in this. There's actually a bay for that. And I have a screwdriver here, so let's go ahead and just pull this up. I think this screw is all that holds in the tray. Put that screw to the side. Yep, now that lifts out. And you can see, let's take this off. This little twist tie is just keeping things nice, but you can take that off. And basically what you have left are two, let's see here. They have covers on them, I believe. That's interesting too, I've never seen that. Okay, so there's covers, but now you have two places, two plugs here for serial ATA disk drives. It could be either a hard disk drive or a solid state drive. You have access to that here. You would plug those in for data and power. The drives would slide into this tray here, and then you would lock it down in this cage. Now, you have access to the RAM very easily here. It's right here, so there's no tools needed really for any upgrades. Here's the 2 sticks of RAM, and I see nothing on here as far as like stickers or anything to show what brand of RAM this is. And as we flip it over, we see it's Kingston. Kingston makes good RAM, so this is nice. Let's see. The model number here. I'm not going to read all that, but if you guys want to pause it, that's what it comes with as far as model numbers and such. So this is Kingston DDR4 memory. That's really nice. So I'm going to slide that back in. 2 sticks will give you dual channel. So you have 16 gigs of RAM here by default. We then also have access up here to the SSD. So this is a PCI Express SSD. Inside the box here, we have a Kingston, and what's included here? This is, does it show the capacity? 256. So this particular model that I have from Minisforum, this is 256. And you can see here, the SSD is connecting here, and the screw is up here. So you can replace that SSD very easily if you want. We also have access to the Wi-Fi card right here. This is an Intel. Again, they put tape over this. I'm going to assume that it is a Wi-Fi 6 card. That's what it should be. Like the model number is hidden by the tape. I can find that out when I power this up, of course, and find out what that is. But it should be a Wi-Fi 6 card. So this is a really cool little PC because, for one, you have the NVMe PCI Express SSD in here, and then you can put 2 more drives in here. So this could be a really great home server, like a mini server. It shouldn't use a lot of electricity. It doesn't take up a lot of room, obviously. It's very small. I would probably use this personally as maybe like a living room TV computer where I could put some old retro gaming ROMs and things like that on there that aren't very GPU intensive, because this doesn't have a fancy GPU. It's just onboard Intel graphics, which is fine. You don't usually need a hardcore GPU for old ROMs and things like that. So this might make a really good option for retro gaming and running ROMs. This could also really be good as, like, say, a Plex server. You could put in 2, let's say you've got 2 4 terabyte SSDs, 2.5 inch, threw them in here, strictly for storage. You had your OS on that, on the NVMe SSD in there, and now you have yourself like a really cool little like server. So that is the unboxing and the opening. I like that there's no screws needed. It's cool that these come with like little covers for the serial HDA, the power, and the data. I've never seen that before. So this just slides in here. Let's see if I can get this in right. We'll just shove those there. They don't have to be tied down. We have the screw. Let's put the screw back in. For right now, I'm not going to put any drives in there. I'm just going to boot it as is. And I believe it does come with Windows on... I believe it comes with Windows on the SSD, so probably Windows 10 Home, if I'm not mistaken. So now that is down. Again, these will be, they're just kind of loose in here now. If you want to put them back in, they were just kind of in here like so. One was, you put one there, push down the wire. Now they're out of the way. To put the lid back on, and the lid is not aluminum or anything, it is plastic, but you see here are the pieces that will go towards the front, so this will slide into those slots there, and then with press down both sides, it's down. Bam, that's it. Very easy to upgrade. I like that I don't have to undo any screws or anything like that. Let's see, what do I like about this? I like that it has USB Type-C. Some other Minisforum computers don't have USB Type-C at all, so it's nice to have, but I would rather have it on the rear for connecting things like, I don't know, USB storage or USB-C webcam. I do have a Logitech webcam that's USB Type-C, so I try not to have things hanging off the front if I can avoid it. I like having Type-A ports for flash drives. I mean, sometimes I do utilize a USB Type-C flash drive, so you could use that for that as well. Headphone jack in the front is nice. It's nice to have that there. But really, if there could be maybe one more USB Type-C port on the rear, that would be really cool. But having 2 Ethernet ports here, and one of them being multi-gig, is really, really cool. That's kind of a rarity. You don't see multi-gig on a lot of computers, and this is like an affordable little computer. So to have multi-gig there, and again, it's not 10G or anything, it's 2.5G, but you know, that's still very nice to have. It's still very cool. The build quality is nice. The sides feel cold to the touch, like they're aluminum. The lid, though, is plastic, so just keep that in mind. The bottom is plastic. It looks good, though. Looks really good. And once again, the power plug goes to USB Type-C, and then you can just plug that in there. There we go. So if you have any questions about this Minisforum PC, again, I just want to confirm with you guys, this is, as far as model numbers go, this is the Minisforum Deskmini U as an umbrella, the Deskmini U850. So this is the higher end model with the 10th gen i5. And there also is a 820, which has an 8th gen i5 in it. Very, very similar computers and similar specs, but the 850 does have the newer processor in it, so I would probably recommend going for that one if you can. Lots of expandability here, a lot of options. If you have any questions about this computer, please leave them in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.